Goeiemorgen! Good morning, fellow South Africans and people from all over the world. Okay, you're included. Look, I feel I have to make this very short video following the last video that I posted, which was what happened, or exposing what happened, or what was behind the protests at Bronkhorstspruit. Now, you know, a couple of days ago, I was given information, and I love the inside information I get about this protest that was going to happen at Bronkhorstspruit, and I told everybody about it. I had no understanding of why it was going to happen. And then I posted a video earlier today where it was of the protesters coming down this farm road, and you can see that video if you look at my videos in my channel. And again, at that time, I had no idea the reason why these ANC had decided to cause the trouble that they did. And then I got an email from a source who does not want to be identified, and it's an African guy, and I can understand why he doesn't want to be identified. And when I saw the videos and I saw the confirmation in the Citizen newspaper about what this security company had done, to me, it was unacceptable. Okay, look, I understand there's a huge amount of frustration going on, but you know, what you got to understand in South Africa is that the shoe is proverbially now on the other foot, okay? You now have a huge majority of Africans who are in the country. You have an African government, and it's like pushing shit uphill. You're going nowhere. And for some friggin' idiot to do what he did to that African guy is absolutely ridiculous. You know, it beggars belief. It really does. I mean, for God's sake, guys, understand that this is not 1980. You don't do that sort of shit. And I got a email from Darby just now, which has actually inspired this little bit of a rant. And I'll read to you what Darby says. Okay, now, you have to understand when something happens like what happened in Bronkhorstspruit, the ramifications go far beyond that. And okay, I'll just read Darby's email to me, because he's a farmer. Okay, so he understands the implications. And this is what Darby wrote. Sir, let's make a difference here now. They're going to tell that it is a boer that did this to his employee. It's always boers that is mistreating them. That actions is going to lead to more farm murders in the Bronkhorstspruit area. Now, that's the issue. This bloody stupid friggin' arsehole of a white guy who did this, he's actually putting in jeopardy all the farmers in that region. And that's why I have this outrage against what he did. I've had people saying, hey, but look, you know, the Africans have done a hell of a lot worse than that. Believe me, this is the problem. They can't reason. They hear about this fellow demeaning this African guy, and what he did was totally unacceptable to that African guy. I mean, that is just horrific. And I know what they do on the farms is worse. You don't have to preach to the converted, okay? But by doing what he did, this fellow from the security firm has put the farmers in that area at risk. Now, let me just, again, this is from Darby, okay? He is a farmer. He understands how this whole thing works, okay? And this is why I had to get the truth out there. Okay, he says, action, that mistreating them, that action is going to lead to more farm murders in the Bronkhorstspruit area. They simply can't make the difference. Okay? The Africans cannot make the difference between a white businessman and a boer. And Darby goes on to say, I am a boer farmer. In other words, we boers are in good relations to our employees because we are farmers, and there is a big difference between boer farmers and other whites in South Africa. So what I'm saying to those Africans who watch my channel, understand that the white farmers care for and look after their African employees. It's a win-win. You don't get a Boer farmer doing that sort of shit to one of his employees. I mean, maybe 30 years ago it might have happened. I don't know. But today it does not happen. Because if a Boer farmer did something like that, he would put his family in jeopardy. And he would never do that. And he doesn't do that. And what Darby is saying is correct. So we need to put this on the board. Okay, guys? Okay, I'm just going to repeat this to him. We Boers are in good relations with our employees because we are farmers. There's a big difference between Boers, farmers, and other whites in South Africa, and the goons must make a mind change on this issue. But in the end, that was one incident against thousands of farm murders and opposite racism cases against us. Okay, so the point that Darby is trying to make is that this fellow who did what he did to this African fellow, who obviously, look, even if he had stolen something, take him to the bloody police station, okay? Don't do what he did. You saw the video where someone came and saw him in just a pair of underpants and a piece of plastic wrapped around him. And that was the whole cause of the demonstration at Bronkhorstspruit. You've got to understand the ramifications of what happens after you do something like that. And it works both ways. It's not just, when a white person does it to a black person. When a black person does it to a white person, I'm going to be as equally vocal, and I am as equally vocal about it. Because it's not the race, it's the ramifications of the action. In the moment, yeah, I'm a big hero, I'm a, bravado. But you're an idiot. Whether you're black, white, colored, Indian, Asian, whatever. If you raise racial tensions in South Africa, like this security guy did, you're an idiot. And as Darby says, the people now most at risk in Bronkhorstspruit are the farming community. You've got to look at the flow on events of something like this. And okay, look, I'm going to leave it there, but I'm hoping my message is getting through. And Darby, who's a very experienced farmer, he totally agrees with me. He says that, look, the Africans, they really can't separate people who farm from people who work in the city. It's like, oh, well, he did that to one of our guys, we're going to do it to someone out on the farm who's vulnerable. And that's the issue. Please, guys, Don't do this. Please subscribe to be kept informed, and have a great day. Bye for now.